Okay, so it's Monday. It's the 31st of May 2021, and as it happens, I don't have to work for a few hours yet. So, since I have some free time, and Monday is always easy day at the Guardian's Sudoku puzzle, I thought I'd have a go at the New York Times hard puzzle for today and see how it turns out. This is not a puzzle that I usually do, and I usually use pen and paper. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that. And I don't like using the computer much, even though I am very computer literate. I, I prefer not to use it. So, but I will try this out for you today. So let's get started, shall we, and see how it looks. I'm not really familiar with the interface, but it looks pretty basic, normal and candidate. Okay, I can see. So let's start looking for our numbers. I'm not going to explain the rules of Sudoku for you. Check out one of my other videos. Okay, so I hope this is recording my mouse, but if not, I'll try to highlight some of the cells. So I noticed that this cell has to be a 3 because there's a 3, I'm going to say here, but I don't know if it's recording my mouse or not, but if not, maybe I'll try to add it in editing. 3 blocking down this column, 3 blocking up this column. There's only one space for a 3 in the middle, 3 across this row, of course. There's a 6 blocking, this 6 blocks up this column, of course. The 6 blocks down here. I should be clicking because I'm not sure it's recording my mouse, and so 6 has to go there, like so. I notice there's a 7 here which blocks along this row. The 7 will block along this row. The 7 will block this square, giving us a 7 in that location there. I see 5. Okay, I noticed something. 7 and 5 in this column here, and 7 and 5 in this column here is going to give us candidates 7 and 5 up here. So I'm going to put in candidates 7 and 5 in these two squares, because that might be useful to us. Hopefully will be useful to us. Okay, not just yet, but I'm sure that it will be later. Okay, so now we've got in some squares here. This 3 blocking along here, this 3 blocking these squares here gives us a 3 here. I should try not to stay silent for too long, although some people might like the silence. Okay, here we have a 9 because, okay, this 9 blocks these 3 squares, right, in this column, and this 9 stops this square from being a 9, so 9 has to go here. Let's add it. I have no idea if this is harder than the Guardian's puzzle, hard level puzzles or not, but for me it's just slightly more disconcerting to just be doing it on the screen. guess maybe I'm going to have to start filling in some candidates to make things a bit clearer. Okay, I'm going to start putting in some candidates just to help me. So I see this 6 blocking these squares here, and this 6 blocking this square, these 2 squares here. So 6 has to be a candidate in these 2 places. This 5 blocks along this row. This 5 blocks this row here. So 5 is clearly here or here. This 3 blocks this square, 3 in this column, of course, and this 3 here, so giving us a pair of 3s candidates as candidates there. This 9 blocks these 2 squares here, and so candidate 9 can be here or here. This 5 blocks this square from being a 5, so 5's got to be here. So I'm going to, even though it's a triple, not a double, I'm going to put it up here, because we might be able to get this number, and if we can, then we can get that one there. What else is missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. No, not yet. Okay, but I have a feeling that might be useful later. Okay, so 8 blocking these 2 squares, this 8 blocking these 2 squares, so candidate 8 can be filled in these 2 locations here. This 4 blocks along this column, this 4 blocks this column, and so 4 we can fill in here and here. Uh, 3 blocking this column, this 3 blocking this square gives us 3 candidates in those 2 squares there. Eight's, of course, this 8 blocks this square and this square, so... Oh! There are cats fighting outside my house. They're not exactly fighting, they're kind of play fighting. They're not mine. Okay, how about this central block here? 4 blocks along here, giving us 2 locations here. The 9 will have to appear here or here. Okay, 9 blocking along here, 9 blocking this, 9 blocking along here, this 9 blocking here. Sorry, I need to keep clicking. I don't have my pen to demonstrate where I'm pointing my eyes. Clearly this will have to be 9. Okay, this 9 blocks this from being a 9, and we have 5, 7 naked pair here, so 9 will have to be a pair of candidates down here. This 2 is going to run across this row here, and this 2 is going to block this square, so 2 is a pair in these 2 locations here. Okay, it looks to me like it's going to be harder than the Guardian puzzle, so that's good. Something nice for our Monday. If you can hear kids whining outside, so can I. But we'll just ignore because they're nothing to do with me. Right. Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to start filling in some candidates, doesn't it? Because I don't see much of a way forward at the moment, unless I'm missing something obvious. Eights. This 8 blocks this square from being an 8, so that's a pair along there, of course. And I think I'm going to have to start filling in some candidates. So, okay, let's see down here. 4s can go anywhere. 5s, this 5 stops this from being a 5, but 5s can go anywhere else. 6, 7, 8s, we don't know anything about 8 yet. 9s we have already. Okay. Where to go next? I'm not sure which direction to go in. Let's just go along the bottom chute, shall we? 1 blocking down here, this one blocking here, so 1 in 3 locations. 2 we have, 3 we have, 4 we don't know anything about 4, so we'll fit it everywhere. 5, 6 across the middle row because of this 6 and this 6, so 6 has to go across the middle row like so. 7 we have, 8 we have, 9 we don't yet have, and 9 is unlimited. Huh, what happened? Something weird happened. The number disappeared. Weird things happening there. I've lost my candidates somehow. What was there? 1, 2. Okay, it's 2 in the right place. 2 in these 2 places. 3, 4. Okay, 5. 6 across there. 7 is not there. 8. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what's going on the screen there. It looked rather weird. Okay, over here now then, so this one blocks this square and this square, but we'll put 1 in here, 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 and here. 2 blocking across the middle, but that's it, so 2 in other places. 3 we have. 4 we have. Oh, good grief. Excuse me. What happened there? I do know what happened. I have an Apple mouse, and it sometimes magnifies if you touch the wrong part of the mouse. Okay, sorry. 4 we have already. 5. This 5 blocks along the bottom row here. This 5 blocks down here. So 5 candidate can go in these 3 spaces here. 6 we have. 7 we have. 8 can go anywhere. And this 9 blocks these 2 squares, but 9 can go anywhere else. Wow, lots of candidates here, really. Right, need to examine and see if I can see anything useful there. Not particularly useful. Nope. So I shall just continue up. I have no idea where to begin, really. How about this middle section? 1 we have, 2 we don't have, but this 2 blocks this square, so 2 in these 3 places here. 3 we have, 4 we have, 5, 6, this 6 blocks this square here and nowhere else, so 6, 6, 6. Did that just remove a candidate there? What happened? I saw a kind of fading effect. 7. I'm just not used to this particular online Sudoku solver, I guess. So I see 4, 6 and 4, 6 here, but I need to just double check this. 1, 2 is block 3, 4. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Okay, yes, it is. Alright, so here we have 4 and 6, and a 4 and a 6, which means that this 4 and 9 has to be a 9. It can't be a 4 because 4 cannot appear again. So now we've got that 9. Can we remove candidate 9 along here? How do I do that? Yes, like that. Okay. And of course candidate 9 in this block as well. Okay. Has that alleviated anything? Well, a bit, but there's still more to do, of course. Alright, so let's carry on. So, excuse me, maybe we'll move up this chute here. So this one blocks these two squares, so candidate 1 can appear here or here. Excuse me, 2, of course this 5, 7 pair, right? 2, 3, we have this 4 is blocking this square, so we can put 4 into these 3 squares. 5 we have, 6, this 6 blocks this square, and that looks to be it, so 6 here, here and here. 7 we have, 8 we have, the last number is 9, there's 1 intersecting 9 here, blocking that square, so 9 can go here, here and here. Does that do anything? No, I think I'm not seeing anything particularly useful at this stage, so we should just carry on. Left or right? Well, I've no idea. Let's just go right for a change. So let's fill in candidates 1 in all locations, candidates 2 in all locations as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 has to go everywhere as well. Ah, no, silly. Oh, yes, that's correct. Yeah. Right, maybe up here. So this one blocks these 3 squares, giving us 1s in these 4 squares. This 2 blocks along here, and that's it, I believe. So 2 can come in these squares here. We have a blocking 3 here, blocking these 2, and this 3 blocking this square. So we have a nice little square here of 3s. 4 we have, 5 we don't have, but this 5 knocks out this column here. Okay, just that. So 5, 5, 5, 5. 6 we have already. 7 down here stops the rest of this column from being a 7, so 7 goes here, 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 and here. This 8 stops these 2 squares from being 8, so 8 is here, 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 and here. Oh dear, lots of candidates to look at. 9 here and 9 here, intersecting along the middle. Whenever you see like middle column, middle section, we know it can go in the corners. So 9 has to be here, here, here. This 6 here is already filled in, of course. Right, have we helped ourselves here yet? Not sufficiently, I would say. I can't see any eliminations that I can do at the moment. I'm not sure of any, so let's keep at it. Alright, so let's look here now. So this one knocks out these 2 squares, this one knocks out these 2, and this one knocks this one out here. So pair of candidate 1s here. Is that going to help us any? No. 2s. This 2 stops this square from being a 2, but we don't know anything else, so 2s here. 3 we have already. This 4 blocks this top row here. use it, so 4's in other locations. This 5 stops this row from being 5. Oh, 5 we've got already, I apologize. 6 stops these two squares, and 6 down here stops these two squares. So 6 can go in these 3 squares. This 7 blocks along this row, and 7 blocks this square, so there's a kind of shape like this. 8 we don't yet have, so this 8 blocks the top row. Oh, 8s we have, sorry, down here already, I apologize, and 9s we have, so we've done that already. Okay, alright, fine. So look, immediately we see a 4, 6 and a 4, 6, right, in 2 squares. That means we can get rid of all 4's and 6's in this row. So here now, go away 4, go away 6. Leaving us with 2, 7, 1, 2, 7, 2, 7, 8, okay. Alright, but we still are not there yet. 2, 4, 2, 4, 8, 6, 6, okay. Okay, got to go right to the end. 1 is done. 2 blocks this row here, and 2 blocks this column here. So 2 is a candidate here, here, and here. 3 we've got already. 4, this 4 blocks these 2 squares, and that's it. So 4, 4, 4, and 4. Next up, 5 we have, 6 we have, 7. 7 just blocks this central column here, so 7 here, 7, 7, 7. The 8 from here blocks along here, and I think that's it, isn't it? Ah, okay, actually, okay, I didn't notice this before. So the 8 here stops that from being an 8, doesn't it? So 8's got to appear here, actually. So 8 is a pair here and here. Okay. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. So, what am I not seeing? A lot, I guess. Well, I apologize for the delay. I am looking around and not seeing anything of great use. I wonder if I filled in things correctly. Oh, I do apologize for the long delay here. Hmm. Ah, is 6... Is this the only 6 in this column? I believe it is. 484. Okay, that's the only 6. So that is actually a single. I didn't even realize that's the only 6 there. Oh, wow, that took me long enough to see. Okay, so this 6 and this... So this 6 I can remove candidate 6 and remove candidate 6 there. And in fact, that will just give us a 6 here because that's the only place in this. There's no 6 here, right? So 6 has to go here. This is a 2-9 pair, so that can't be a 2-9. 2 now, that has to be a 4. Okay, I can get rid of candidate 4 in these two squares now, giving us 2, 8, 2, 8. So therefore, that 2 there can't exist, so that's got to be a 7. Okay, and I'll get rid of the other 2s or 8s in this box here. Okay, that's better. And now of course we have 2, 9 over here, so we can get rid of candidate 2 or candidate 9 here. Okay, and now we have a 1 and 7, 1 and 7, and here we have 1, 5, 7, but remember, it can't be 1 or 7, because we have 2 numbers in 2 squares, so that's got to be a 5. Oh, well, I had a really super long delay there for something I should have seen, but it took me a long time. Down here we can remove candidate 5 in these 2 squares, and that will give us a 5 that we can place right here. Oh, okay, confidence returned. I'm sure what's going on there. This has to be a 5 down here now because these 5s will be, candidate 5s will be eliminated. Okay, and that's the only 5 left. This candidate 5 we can remove up here now. Okay. Right, that's much better. I feel like I did something useful. Now, other things we can remove. This 7 means we should remove candidate 7 here. And of course, this is actually going to be our 1. Okay, and we can remove candidate 1 in these 2 squares here. And of course, candidate 7 in those 2 squares there. And in fact, now we've got a 6 here. This can't be 4 or 6. It's got to be only a 4. Okay. Let's remove candidate 4 from up here now. That's better. Okay, that looks good now, I think. There are probably some other places where I need to remove candidates and have not been observant enough just yet, so I need to check around. One thing I see that when you use this particular New York Times Sudoku online, oh, I guess they're shaded. Sorry, I was wondering, the colors, often when you play online, the numbers that you fill in come in as a different color, but I've just realized they have a shaded background, don't they? So I find that quite difficult to see as opposed to changing color. I'm not a great fan of this interface, I must admit, but still. It's a free game, so who can what's the phrase? Look a gift horse in the mouth. There we are. now. Okay. So I need to shift my attention now, of course. Let's hope I don't go silent for another long time while I look for the next number. I mean, I have noticed that 5 has to go here or here, but that's not very productive at the moment. Well, I'd say this is, on balance, this appears to be harder than the most recent Guardian hard level puzzles. I've no idea if it comes up to the level of an expert puzzle. Maybe it does. Oh, look, of course, this is why. Excuse me. So, of course, I've filled in a number before. The 6, I guess, was filled in before. So, I've filled in a 4 now. Oh, it's unshaded numbers. Okay, so shaded ones are the ones that you got at the beginning. I see now. The unshaded squares, which have a number, are the ones you filled in. Right, okay, so this is a 4 or 2, so clearly that's a 2 now. And okay, let's get rid of some candidates then. So let's get rid of candidate 4 here, and get rid of candidate 2 there, and candidate 4 here. Did I just press the wrong thing? I did. This is why I don't like using the computer. I sometimes press the wrong key. I find that very annoying. Okay, so this has to be a 4 down here. This is the only 4 candidate left in that block. And now that we know that that's a 4, that's got to be an 8. And there's just a 4 left up here. This is a 9 now. Okay. This 8 means that that can't be an 8. That has to be a 2. So our 8 is here. The 2 that we just filled in means that this is a 4. And that means no candidate 4 can exist in that block or along that row. Okay. This 4 actually stops that from being a 4. I can remove candidate 4 and I can fill in digit 4 there. 16168. Okay, that looks alright. Okay, this has to be a 6 because this 6 stops that from being a 6, and this 6 block stops that from being a 6, and in this row we don't yet have a 6, so that goes in there. And let's get rid of candidate 6 there. So now we have 1 and 8, giving us a 1 in this location here. And this now has to be a 9 because we have an intersecting 2 here, so 2 there. Okay, now so this has, we've got a 1 already, so that's our 6, that's our 9. 9 is now here because 9 blocks this one. We have 9 blocking across here, this 9 blocking across here, so that's our 9 there. I should get rid of candidate 9 here to avoid confusion. Also candidate 9 down here because of this square here, of course. Alright, 1818, that looks okay down there. Now there is only one space left to fill in the 9 in the bottom block, and it's here. 2 or 8, well, we have our 2 here already, so that's got to be 8. 1 or 8, well, we've just filled in an 8, so that's our 1. This is our 8 here now, that's our 1 there. Okay, 1, 2 or 8, well, we have 1 and 8 already, so clearly that's a 2. The last number in that block is a 3 now. Here is 2 or 8, we've got a 2 down here, so that's clearly an 8, that's a 2. 1 or 7, 1 here stops that from being a 1, so that's 7, that's 1. Okay, there's no 1 or 7 here, so that's the last candidate is 3, and the final number up here now is 8. Okay, which will give us an 8 down here, right, because 8 blocking along this row and this 8 blocking along this row gives us an 8 down there. Let's get rid of candidate 8 there, just to clean up a little, so we're left with 5, 6, 5, 6 there. There's just one number left up here. What is it? It's 7, so we put 7. This is a 5 or 7. 7 is here, 5 is here, of course. 5 or 6, that's got to be a 6, that's got to be a 5. 7 stops that square from being a 7, this 7 stops that square from being a 7, so 7 clearly is here. That now has to be a 2, the last number there is 3. This one stops that from being a 1, so that's our 1. Other numbers left are 2, well 2 blocks that from being a 2, so 2 goes here, and if we look through we'll find 5 is our last number. 37 minutes, very slow I think, but thank you New York Times. Maybe we'll come back and try you again sometime, depending on any feedback. Thank you, bye bye.